Hello, lovely souls. Welcome, welcome. It's Sonya here with Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. How are you today? Welcome back to podcast episode 106. It's amazing, when you dedicate a little bit of time to something and you watch it grow over the years, how it becomes episode 106. Isn't that cool? Think about all of the different things in your life where honestly, if you just give it time and space, love and attention, it grows. From your habits to your bank account, to your love affair with yourself, to the way you think differently. It's amazing when you think of it that way, isn't it? Think of how much you've grown over the last month, 6 months, year, 10 years, 15 years. What's changed in your life? Today we're going to talk about courage, and courage is going to be different for everybody. Being courageous. And I did an episode a couple of posts back called Courageous Living, and today's just about courage. It probably would be a good part 2 to that first episode, but my experiences that made today's episode, it's a little bit different, and I want to bring to your attention, when we take courageous action, when we stop living in fear, when we throw in the towel and we choose to do it anyway, we are opening up a brand new door, a brand new opportunity to wherever life might take us. And that is so important because we get stuck in our ways. So at the very beginning of today's podcast, I mentioned to you that, even go back and think about the growth that's changed from 6 months ago. So we're not even in June yet, but it's around the corner. So let's just say it's been 6 months since January 1st, because we're pretty darn close. It's a couple of days away. So in less than 6 months, I had traveled to 9 different states and 2 provinces. That's kind of cool, right? That is kind of cool. I also did something for the first time. I did 2 things for the first time. Well, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 things. So I did a cross-country trip with my youngest daughter to Edmonton, Alberta, and we went stateside. So that cross-country trip in a truck through the States was something for the first time. So there you go. Then last weekend, not the one that just passed, but the one before that, so almost a full month later, I went with my stepson and my husband and our family. We went to New Jersey, because he's starting school there in the fall. So, New Jersey. So we went to New Jersey, went to the Jersey Shore, all of these cool different experiences. And again, that was something new for the first time, going to the Jersey Shore and traveling to that area. Then over the weekend, we went to watch him play football at a local stadium here for Western University. So he's only in grade 10. So as you're listening to this down the road, you're going to be like, wow, following his football career. He actually did get a scholarship to go. It's not called a scholarship in the States, but it's 95% covered. And he will be going to school there in the States at Petty for grade 10 for football. So super, super exciting and proud of him. So then this weekend he was playing for Junior Mustangs, which is a local football team here, which is like AAA football. So it's really high-end football. And they're just crushing it. And I went to the Western Stadium, where I've never been before. And, there is something right there that I have done for the first time as well. Watched a football game in a stadium like that, like in an actual university stadium. It wasn't inside, it was outside. It was beautiful. I couldn't believe the field and how amazing it looked. So, what have you done for the first time? What areas of your life are you living with courage? Where are you willing to try something different and try something new? It could be as simple as being in the kitchen. It could be a matter of postponing your grocery shopping for an extra week so you can be creative with what you actually have in the kitchen. It could be a matter of going to your spouse and saying, I'm broke, and courageously having that conversation with him because you're busy building your business, or you decide that you really can't do anything else but build your business to support your family, or you quit your job. I'm not saying to do these things. You don't want to be putting yourself into a financial stress. But I want to speak to you today about courage and stepping outside your little comfort zone. because growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone at all. And think about that. When you were younger and writing exams for school, you were challenging yourself every single time with those exams. You were challenging yourself to learn differently, to write differently, to realize the answers, and to be confident in yourself. And that's what happens when we act courageously with our lives. So over the week, on Wednesday, I did two things last Wednesday, two things that were new. The first thing I did was I went and gave blood. Now, I haven't given blood in years. I did it once for work because a whole bunch of us went. But I have not, and I'm not working with that company anymore, so I haven't been in touch with anybody. But giving blood is huge. I don't like needles, and I don't like blood. But somebody needed the blood more than I do. And that's how I saw it. And I had a great conversation with great people while I was there. And I felt really good giving blood. So later on that night, a girlfriend of mine who's 78 years old, and she's in my networking group together on Thursdays. And it was really cool because she sings karaoke at a local pub. More like a local dive bar. We all have one. And she has the most amazing voice. And did I tell you she's 78? Yeah, she's 78 and she sings karaoke. And it's so inspiring and so beautiful and so incredibly lovely. So I went on stage and I sang karaoke with her. And she walked away and left me alone with the mic. And I'm like, no, but I did it anyways, guys. I did it anyways. And that's the part that makes you feel good. I actually went on stage with another friend of mine afterwards, and we both sang My Church by Amanda Morris, something like that. I could be saying her name wrong, so I do apologize. I don't have it up in front of me. But I did go up not just once, but twice to sing karaoke. My friends, I don't sing at all. I do not sing. So, it's because, but nobody threw anything at me. Like, that's the thing. They all laughed and joked, and I owned my darkness. I knew I don't sing. I don't sing well at all. But I got up there and I did it anyway. And it felt so empowering to do it anyway. So I'd like you to think about your goals that you made for January. What's on that list that you have yet to accomplish that would really flip the script for you? Is losing weight on there? Is saving up more money or paying off bills or becoming 5% closer to financial freedom? Is that on there? Is trying to think of some common ones. Money is normally a common one. Health is normally a common one. Maybe journaling more is on there. So in order to be courageous, we need to take small action steps regularly until we're ready to say yes. Or we just jump in with both feet and do it when we're ready. As soon as the message comes to us, we jump in with both feet and do it. Everybody's different. You're going to have your own definition of courage. But I encourage you to try something today that makes you uncomfortable. Go to the beach in a bikini. Who cares? Who cares? Tell everybody about your adventures over the weekend. They're going to love it. Be at one with yourself and your dreams. And if that means relying on your partner and sharing some vulnerabilities, do it. Do it. If that means moving your office outside to work outside in the sunshine, or blocking time off in your calendar every day to take your dogs for a walk, that is the first step in the right direction towards living a courageous life. And I'm saying it like this because these are non-essentials that are incredibly important to your life and where you want to be and where you want to go. Because you're not going to grow from the place that you're at today, period. You're not. It's just not possible. Because the person that you are today has been created from the habits that you have had in place from 90 days ago and beyond. You are working on now creating a newer version of yourself, which means being courageous, which means signing up for those workshops, which means keeping the promises that you set for yourself, which means if moving your body makes you feel good, it means getting out every single day for a walk. It means prioritizing yourself and your needs. And that, my friends, takes courage. It does. I opened up with a bunch of vulnerabilities this weekend to my partner, and that's never easy because it's easy for us to think of worst case scenario, right? Especially if you're in any kind of blended relationship or if this isn't your first rodeo. But you're not going to grow unless you have the courage to use your voice. You're not going to grow unless you understand that you need to get through this mountain to see what's possible. And what is possible is you can reach every single goal that you have set for yourself. Every single goal. Later on today, I'm doing a 4-part workshop series called Essentially You. And we are diving into and talking about the basics of getting started to keeping the promises to yourself. And from taking your life from unbearable to unstoppable in some simple steps. And I believe it is so fitting for every single person. And if you're catching this later, like if you're not catching the live recording sometime today on May 30th, 2022, that's okay. You can always reach out and I can let you know when the next workshop is. I do signature series all the time. And here's the thing. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to think differently. So I'd love to challenge you for the day today. Can you go, or whenever you're listening to this, can you go into the day with a different thought, a different perspective? Can you go into today thinking, I have crossed paths with this person. I am supposed to meet this person. So what am I here to learn? I did that when we went to Jersey. What am I here to learn? When I met Nathan School and the administrator and some of the people there, I'm like, I'm meant to be on this excursion. I'm meant to have this experience. What am I meant to learn? And if you go through your day like that today, just for one day, and think about the people that are crossing your path, whether it's negative or positive, whether you're at work or you're on your way to work or you're working from home, it doesn't matter. Or if you've got children and you're a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter whatsoever. You are meant to be exactly where you are right now. And that takes courage to accept and to grow from. Because whatever actions you take today are going to lead you into your future. Right? So if you ate McDonald's today and every single day for the next 90 days, you are setting the expectations that McDonald's is a part of your future. Maybe that's what got me in trouble when I was a kid. In all fairness, I used to work at McDonald's when I was a teenager. I absolutely loved it. But I did eat McDonald's every single day when I worked there. And I loved it. My goodness, I loved it. And I still love their fries. Ugh. Anyway, sidebar. So it's not just a matter of, planning and preparing and being organized. Of course, those are going to help you stay accountable on your journey to having courage into implementing new things into your life. But you need to have that desire to change first. That desire to do something for the first time. That desire to add a little spark to your life. That desire to make butter tarts from scratch, and who cares if they turn out. That desire to just be vulnerable and have friends over, and who cares if your house isn't perfect. Or to try a brand new sport that you've never done before. Or better yet, go sing karaoke. Now, that was a little crazy. Honestly, I needed that though. I really did. It made me laugh, it made me giggle, and it made for an amazing memory. And my worst case scenario didn't happen. Nobody threw any hard rocks or hard items at me, which is what I was worried about. Nobody booed me, and I know I don't sing well, but I had the courage to get up and do it. So where is courage holding you back in your life? In what areas is courage holding you back? Are you not using your voice? Are you not looking people in the eye? Are you aware of the gifts and talents that you have, but you're keeping them hidden in darkness because somebody doesn't appreciate them? Or are you courageously showing up as the best version of yourself? The wearing polka dots and pink and shining like a bright star. Not everybody needs to shine like a bright star, but you understand what I'm saying. It can be as easy as showing up in your clothes. It can be as easy as showing up in your hair. The way you style your hair, the way you move, the way you wear your makeup. It could be as simple as that, how courage shows up for you. It could be dancing naked in the mirror in the morning. I'm serious. Try it. I dare you. Try it. My daughter and I were FaceTiming this morning, and neither one of us are a size 2 model, frame, or body. We are your normal, everyday person. And we're FaceTiming as we're both getting ready. And that took courage from both of us, showing my imperfect body to my daughter and her showing her imperfect body to me, took courage. I really want you to walk away from today thinking about what areas of your life need a bit more courage. I went running yesterday with a girlfriend of mine, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have continued my run. I would have failed in terms of completing a 20-minute run. I'm trying to get back into this with my ankles, and my ankles are doing well, and I'm doing okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm progressing. However, I still got in my head a little bit with this. And it's easy to give up when things get hard. But that's not what today's all about. We can do hard things. We can show up. We can ask for courage. We can be vulnerable. And with all of that put together, we can grow. And when we grow into an amazing person. We offer so much more love. We offer so much more intention with every single thing that we do when we live a life that has courage in it. Because courage is going to look different. Courage is going to look different for everybody. 100% different for everybody. Your courage is going to be different than my courage. Your courage could be writing me an email saying, Sonya, thank you. Your courage could be commenting on this post. Everybody has different levels. It's like a spectrum. If you've got a scale from 1 to 10, everybody's courage is going to fall on that spectrum. But when you step outside that comfort zone, when you dare to push yourself a little bit further from where you need to be, a little bit further away from that comfort zone towards courage, and just take action, you'll be surprised how quickly you end up taking spontaneous action for different areas of your life. And I'm not saying reckless action, but you'll say yes to karaoke. You'll say yes to cross-country trips that never once crossed your mind before. You'll say yes to purchasing your dream home because you believe it's possible. Right? Go on your vision boards right now, and if you don't have a vision board, we definitely need to connect to get one built. But if you don't have a vision board, what makes you daydream? What comes up in your daydreams? What do you think about long and hard? I have vision boards all over the office, and I just did one yesterday with a girlfriend. And there are some amazing things on there, and I didn't see what was coming, but I feel it from the board. And what it is, it's this playfulness. It's joy. It's celebration in a different way. But all of this takes courage. I actually have a note on a door on my vision board. I'm actually going to put a picture up here if I can. But if not, I will post up in the Celebrate Everything group. You can see it there. This is my second vision board of the year, to be honest. And there's a note that I included, and it says, you didn't come this far to only come this far. And it was a reminder for me to stay courageously down the path that I am on. Because you're right. This is definitely right. I didn't come this far to only come this far in life. What that means to me is I need to step up and continuously ask for what I want, try new things, and show up as the best version of myself. So, take a look at your vision boards. If you don't have a vision board, let's reach out. Reach out to me, Sonya at freshapproachfitness.ca. I'll put my contact information with my link tree in the write-up in the show notes. And I will also include a link of this vision board. Now, this one is not put up in the right spot. I just put it up on the wall because I'm actually doing a workshop in a couple of weeks for vision boards. Super excited about this one. And I'm doing a workshop today on the Essentially You. So you can tell I love my workshops. But, that takes courage too, showing up and displaying my information to a group of people. Yep, that takes courage. It takes courage to show up as the best version of yourself. And that's my wish for you today. My friends, what's it going to take for you to show up as the best version of yourself today? Love to hear from you. I'm sending you so much love, my friends. Big, big hugs. And I look forward to hearing from you. Make it a fantastic day. Till next week.